water is available for the village either at the top, a hilltop, or at the in the gorges. So they are not able to make use of the water. So this kind of villages were identified, and we are able to implement this project in 2 particular villages where so far the success is very good, and returns are also very good for the farmers. You can see in this particular picture, you can see 2 situations. One, in the first year, when the work was initiated, when the cattle were they're looking for the water, and lands were completely kept vacant. But on the right hand side, in the month of March, people they went for the 3rd season crop, so vegetable crops and maize also. So in that way, we are able to show some difference in the incomes as well as in the availability of the fodder for the cattle in this particular area. So this activity is it's not completely about the water, but it has also some connectivity with the water storage and water harvesting. So, as part of the land distribution, people were given this kind of lands. So for 3-4 years, they did not do anything. So when this particular project was implemented, we thought, we are working in the area called coffee is very famous. Araku coffee is very famous. So we thought, why not we make use of this particular land for initiating the coffee orchards. So, but if you want to put the coffee, plant the coffee, it requires a lot of investment. So as with the help of a donor, we identified 100 acres of this particular land, this type of lands, and we paid only just 6,000 rupees per acre to the farmers. So rest of the amount, they have to do hard work with the help of the other farmers. So in all the 100 acres, farmers, they themselves, without investing, without getting any bank loan also, they worked very, very hard. They made the stone bunds across the slope. So this, by doing this activity, the erosion from the topsoil can be reduced, and even it slowly improves the water harvesting in situ. So in that way, you can see the picture here. So the hillocks were almost stone bunding was done across the slope and the hill slopes. So this picture is also about the stone bunding. So this is how we try to initiate different activities in the tribal areas to help the farmers to either to harvest water or make use of the existing water sources for their improvement, for cultivation as well as for the crop improvement. So this coming to the plain areas, so in most of the plain areas there are so many water tanks. The water tanks they're getting silted up every year, but nobody, except in the NREGA schemes, but nobody is taking care of the desilting of the activities. So we identified 19 such ponds in the villages, in the foothills of the villages, where silt problem is heavy. So we took up the desilting activity in these 19 ponds. So around 25,000 total loads of silt was removed from these 19 tanks, and whatever the silt was removed from these tanks was given, asked the farmer, almost 500 farmers, they themselves took the silt to their fields. Excavation was only the investment that from the project, but the transport from the tanks to the particular the individual farmers' fields is the responsibility of the farmers. So project has invested around 30 to 35%. Rest of the 60 to 65% was invested by the farmers to take the silt from these tanks to apply in their fields. So the application of silt has an advantage because it improves the soil physical properties. It improves the water holding capacities of the soil, and also it helps in the better aeration. So these are the benefits of applying silt to in the fields. At the same time, the desilting activities could help the water holding capacity of the tanks. Almost 68.9 million liters of water holding capacity in these 19 tanks was improved. So that if you calculate that additional water that has been harvested during the rains, that has been stored in the ponds, that is equal to 5 millimeters of rainfall over 3,450 acres. So that much of rainfall, water was harvested just by doing this desilting activity.